Guys, it's Stephanie from Serene Clean. Welcome to another video, and this one in particular I'm very excited about as it is inspired by one of you who watches the content, who has communicated with me, my friend Hannah out in Ohio, who just started her cleaning company this past year. I've done a couple consults with her. She is an amazing young woman who definitely has a great head on her shoulders and a very giving, loving heart, which I think those two things are crucial in order to run a cleaning business. And this video is going to all be about what she can do to increase the amount of leads that she's getting, and therefore hopefully getting more clients that are paying her for cleaning services. And so this video is for anybody who is either starting out or really anywhere in their business journey and they are struggling to get consistent leads. Perhaps you are spending money in a variety of ways for advertising and it's not working out. You're doing Facebook ads, you're paying for pay-per-click on Google, or perhaps some other more traditional form of advertising. You're not getting those consistent leads that we really need to grow the business. And if you've never seen any of my content before, you're like, who is this woman and how could she possibly know anything? I opened Serene Clean 5 years ago when I was 22 years old, just as a side hustle in rural Wisconsin. And now 5 years later, here I am in Georgia running my business completely remotely, and it is $1.45 million a year in revenue. I have a staff of 30. I have 3 locations, and we are kind of a lead generating machine without spending any money. And as a reference point, I do my monthly budget for the business every month, and I did go back and look, and consistently we are spending less than 0.5% of revenue every single month on advertising. It is $500 or less. And again, we're bringing in $120,000+ a month in revenue. It's not all going in my pocket. Remember, that's a gross revenue. It's not profit, but I have to give that caveat. People get real freaky about those numbers, but I say all of this because what I am about to go through in this video is what has built us to this amazing place of not needing to spend money on advertising on a regular basis. We really don't have to. We've typically got a wait list. Hiring is always going to be our struggle, not getting clients. And all of this started 5 years ago. And you need to start doing that work, as soon as possible. And when's the best time to plant a tree? Yesterday. When's the second best time? Today. And so don't be beating yourself up if you haven't done the things that we're going to be talking about. Today's the day to start. And it's all about eating that elephant in little bite-sized pieces, as I say. So all of this is going to be broken down, and I want you to just take action, even the smallest little action to move the needle forward, because all of these actions start to build up. And just like if you have a retirement account, the compound interest and fruits of your labor will show for a long time after. These things that I'm about to talk about that we've done in Serene Clean literally have been done for years now, and I'm enjoying the fruits of the labor because they're putting in the work back here, and we're getting the results here without having to spend a lot of money. So all of this to say, this may be a little overwhelming, but I want to give you as much advice as possible. I'm literally going to read off Hannah's email to you, and she has given me permission. So thank you, Hannah, to go on her website, basically do an audit and walk through what I would suggest that can be action taken ASAP. Pretty much no money. We're not talking about hardly any money here, because as we all know, when you're starting out, you ain't got any money. I had no money. I was broke when I started out. So all of these things are free or are just your labor that I'm going to be talking about to get more leads. So enough said, right? Let's share my screen here and get to it. Okie dokie. Alrighty. So Hannah's email that she sent me is right here. It says, "Hey Stephanie, I really need your help with something. My business isn't growing as quickly as I'd like, and the few leads that are coming in usually don't get back to me. It's frustrating and disheartening because I'm putting a lot of effort into this and not seeing the results I want. For instance, I tried a Facebook flyer and paid $62 to have it advertised, but I only got 4 leads and none of them ended up choosing us. I think they were just looking for the cheapest option." You're probably right there, Hannah. I'm starting to doubt myself and wonder if it's possible to succeed in my area. Yes, it is. I know another company in our area charges similar rates, if not more, and they have many clients, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Also, a competitor has been in business for many years, so they have a lot more experience. I will say this, I've attained a couple of their former clients who weren't happy with services. I haven't had any trouble with any of these clients. They are a dream to work for. Do you have any suggestions for what I could do differently? Thank you, Hannah. Well, Hannah, thank you so much again for sharing and being vulnerable and asking for help. I think that that is something that we are afraid to do sometimes, especially when we put ourselves out there as a new business owner and you really want to succeed and not be a failure to everybody around you, your family, your community. I know how terrified I was of failing in the beginning, and it was almost embarrassing to even put myself out there because I was like, what if I don't succeed? But obviously, without any risk, you will not get any reward. So good on you for asking for help. I just wanted to acknowledge that. Okay, so we're going to go through Hannah's website. We're going to go nitty gritty. I'm going to give you some actionable steps, and I'm sure that you, watcher, are going to be able to take something from this. Okay, so let me go back to Hannah's home screen. So her cleaning company is called White Glove Cleaning Company, and she is in the Bradford, Ohio area, I believe, which I think is Columbus too, but I'm not 100%. So, kind of rural, moderate city, nothing crazy when it comes to population density. Whereas where I'm from in Wisconsin, where my business is super duper rural, we're talking towns of 5,000, 10,000. Those are our service areas. So this can absolutely be done in a rural area. This can be done in a city. I wouldn't say that there are just some areas that this just won't work. I do not agree or with that statement at all. You have to go about things in a different way, perhaps. Okay, so Hannah, all of this is going to be said with the best of intentions to get you to a successful place. So please do not take any of this constructive criticism as an attack on you or anything like this. We don't know what we don't know in the beginning. So this is all just coming from what I know, and I hope that it all helps you. So we're going to break down the website. We're going to break down the Google My Business. We're going to break down her Facebook, and we're going to go into the different things that she should be doing on all three of those things. Okay, let's get into it. So right now we are looking at what is called above the fold. Above the fold on your website is simply what people see without having to scroll down. So what I am seeing right now, I love the aesthetic. It's high end, beautiful colors, very happy with the colors and branding. I'm very partial to cool tones. Serene Clean's colors are blue, greens, grays. I think that, it feels serene and spa-like and very relaxed. So just depending, especially with your name, I think that the color scheme is bang on. I love it. Right here above the fold, you really want to have a call to action. And what is going to be the call to action for every single cleaning company? It's going to be to get a quote, to get a bid, get a walkthrough, depending on what kind of services that you offer. But you want to be pushing people to your quote request form. As you can see above the fold, there is no way for somebody to immediately click to get anywhere to get a quote, right? You have your contact us button, but that is not clearly stating get a quote. So the first thing I would do here would be to add on your main menu here, one, your about us page, and two, a get a quote button right there. So it's right at the top when people come to your website. Secondly, you have all of this blank space, and it's not going to cause anybody to feel anything or know anything. I do love this like granite countertop little feature that kind of like scrolls under that. That is nice. However, I would get people in there. I know people connect to images of people much more than they do to inanimate objects. So I would get a photo of people on here. I know you have that down here. I would get that above here. In addition, I would get your call to action in here as well with a button, because that's what people are looking for. Like your gut instinct when you go to a website is you're expecting that call to action to be right there. So just make sure that that is at the top of the page as much as possible. Secondly, I don't know if you have a no-brainer offer. I can't remember. And if anybody doesn't know what a no-brainer offer is, it's literally, it needs to be a no-brainer for somebody to take. So marketing strategy that we have used now for years is our no-brainer offer is if you book your first cleaning, you get your second cleaning 50% off, as long as that cleaning is performed within 1 month of the first service, so that they're not waiting 6 months and then getting a first time clean basically again. And the reason we do this, we don't do any discounts on that first clean because obviously we all know how expensive it is, and we want to get people into the habit of having a reoccurring cleaner. And if you get them to basically incentivize them to get that second cleaning, now we're starting to get into the habit of having a regular cleaner, especially if you have it within at least a month. Things can't get too grimy. It's good for you. You're going to at least break even. And the goal is to turn that person into a reoccurring client, and their long-term value is going to be apparent then. So our no-brainer offer, again, is right smack dab in your face as soon as you get there. It's something enticing, and it is pushing people to get that quote, to get that free estimate, right? So get that button there, get a button here, and get your people here, as well as a no-brainer offer. And if you choose to do that, and it doesn't have to be the one I have, it could be something, not as costly, if you will, but it needs to be enticing enough that, like nobody's going to like jump at $5 off, right? That's not enticing enough to get people to give you a try, especially when you don't have a lot of social proof, which nobody does in the beginning. Okay, scrolling down. I love this. That's very nice. Right here is where your social proof should be, because again, like how much people are going to scroll is going to be very limited before they click away. You have very, very little time to get somebody to actually want to go through and follow through. So you have very little time. So you need to get some social proof up here. So social proof is literally just saying we're a legit company, we're real, and we're good. You can trust us. Like look at what these other people are saying about us. And it doesn't have to be just reviews. It could be if you've won any awards, if you're a member of organizations like Cleaning for a Reason, any nonprofit that you're associated with, get that on their social proof, their logo, it looks nice and snazzy. If you're a member of your local chamber of commerce, which I recommend everybody to do, get that on there too, member of your local chamber of commerce. Anything that you donate to, whatever, you can put that in a nice little bar here. And I'll pull up Serene Clean's website at the end so that you can see what I'm referencing, because all of this is on my website, or just go Google serene-clean.com. You can see examples if you don't want to wait, but it'll come in this video, I promise. Okay. Scrolling down. This is taking up a lot of space. I would say put these in 4 tiles here, because again, we're trying to limit scrolling that people need to do to get to everything. Basically, it looks pretty. The pictures are beautiful. They are a little, they're fine. I would say, maybe I would warm up this house a little bit, because nobody's house actually looks like that. So you want it to be a little bit more realistic. Aesthetic, but realistic is what I try to go for my branding photos. And then finally, we need to get Hannah on the home page. All right. We need to get her mission and her story on this home page. We need to connect to people. So something that we all need to establish is who is our goal buyer? Who's our goal client? Your ideal and likely client is what I call it. So for us in Serene Clean, our ideal and likely client for residential services is going to be dual income families who are a little bit more affluent. They have the money, but not the time, or they're able to make the money in their budget to accommodate this. It is a time thing, right? So we are trying to connect to typically mothers, because they are the ones researching and doing the legwork to find a cleaning company. So how do we connect them? How do we say, you can trust me in your home? You can trust my company in your home. They need to know you. And if there is nothing about you on your website, on your branding, on your Google My Business, so what is setting you apart from anybody? And really, what is going to make them feel like they can trust you in their home? That's a very sensitive thing. I think sometimes we glaze over the fact of what we are actually doing. We are going into people's houses, around all of their possessions, around their pets, around their children, around everything they hold near and dear. All right. That is not a decision that anybody should be taking lightly. So how do we impress upon them that they can trust us and that we are going to get the job done? They need to feel like they know you. And the best way to do that is with video content, just like you probably feel like you know me a little bit more than if you just stumbled upon like a static photo of me or something like that, right? So video content is the best. So if you can record a about us video, because you don't have hardly any social proof yet, Hannah, get an about us video. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. You don't need like some crazy background, plain, or you sitting in a well lit area is important. Just literally prop up your phone. My managers always laugh because whenever I do like a video in the office and I don't have my like fancy little tripod or whatever, I'm stacking up like books in boxes to get the phone at the right height. It's very funny, but that it doesn't matter what it looks like from the back end, right? All that matters is how the video turns out. And just always make sure that you have your phone horizontal so that the videos don't have the black bars on it on the side if they ever come across it on a computer. And even on a phone, it'll sometimes show the black bars. So we really want to make sure that our phone is this way and not this way. Okay. So easy enough. Good. So all you're going to do is say, hi, I'm Stephanie. I'm the owner of Serene Clean, and I cannot wait to clean your home for you. I was inspired to start Serene Clean because I just noticed how frazzled and stressed I always have felt in my home when it's less than clean. And I am just so busy that I was frustrated with my inability to keep up with it. And I knew that others in my community must feel the same. And that is why Serene Clean was born. And why you can trust Serene Clean with your business is that we are bonded, licensed, and insured to protect your home's items and your home itself. We bring all our own tools and supplies, so you don't have to provide anything. All you need to give us is your toilet brush, because we don't like to haul those in between houses. And finally, we follow standardized cleaning checklists so that you know exactly what tasks were completed, and you know that your home is going to be completed at that same high level every single time. All you need to do is go click the get a quote button, and we'll get back to you within one business day. And as a side note, if you book your first cleaning, you will get your second cleaning 50% off as a thank you for having us. So please give us a call, 715-204-4270, if I can remember my phone number, or just please go to that get a quote, and we can't wait to clean for you. So that was off the cuff, obviously, but as you can see, that is like what I'm going to say. Okay. Oh, that made me a little nervous, honestly. So usually I would take a couple tries to do that, but that's all you need to say in your about us. And so as you can see, I would extrapolate more on my story, but that was just off the cuff. Use your story. All right. If you've got kids, if you are a wife or a husband, or you have lived at whatever your story is, we all have a unique story, and use it. I don't have children. So I was connecting on the stress level. Like, I am highly stressed by a messy, dirty environment. It really affects my mental health. So that's what I talk about. Right. And I talk about, I'm busy. Right. But I'm the one who feels the shame and pressure. So like, you're instantly connecting to me, and every single person who is going to hire you for house cleaning, they feel that. So talk about it. Right. And I know it's nerve-wracking to get on camera. You need to get, frankly, over that. If you're going to be successful business owner in today's day and age and actually be competitive. All right. Because your competition is also nervous to get on camera and talk. So you need to just get comfortable. Don't think about it so much. I don't even like to write out necessarily a script. I'll just do my talking points and then just free flow. It's authentic and real and likable. If you mess up a little bit, it's about being earnest and authentic and saying, I care. All right. I care, and I'm going to do a good job for you. And they're going to trust you. They're going to connect with you a lot more, and at least get your quote request filled out, right? Because it just takes them a second, but you have to get them there. So all of that to say, I wanted to give you exactly what to say in your videos. Dress professionally, maybe, a little less cleavage, right? Like, dress nicely, look good, pulled together, look professional. I would wear my Serene Clean polo, most likely, if I was going to do that, or something labeled with Serene Clean. That is how I would go about that video. So definitely get a video recorded about us ASAP. That's going to go on your Facebook, on your website, on your Google My Business, your YouTube, everywhere. Okay. Because that's going to give people a taste of who are you before they actually reach out and put that effort in. So that video you're going to want to have right at the top of your website, right? Because you want them to be clicking on that and watching it. Secondly, if you don't want to do a video, although I highly recommend, at least get a nice photo of yourself. Again, not a selfie, like prop it up, have somebody take a nice photo of you with a white background, because then you can use that as your email signature as well. And then just write your little mission story, that thing that I just described that's going to connect to people. Write that up there. And again, I'll pull up Serene Clean's. Well, I don't know why I keep saying this and not just show you. Okay, so we have our happy couple, right? They're probably both busy workers, but look how happy they are because they had Serene clean their house. Not really. This is a stock image. I don't know these people, but that's the vibe, right? We have our about us. We have all of these things. They can get a quote here. Here's that no-brainer offer I was telling you about. If you click that, that's going to pop up our about us video. This is the get a free. So again, this is the above the fold, what people see if they're on their phone or if they are on their computer or tablet or whatever. This is the first thing that they're going to see. We come down. Here is some of that social proof. And I don't have all of this obviously in the beginning, like rising star under 40, emerging business of the year, blah, 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 things that we've like things we've won. But anything that you can think of, like great daughter, just kidding. Like don't put things like that out there, but whatever you need to do, but that's where reviews will come into play as well. If you don't have these types of things, then as you can see, like these tiles don't take up a lot of space because again, if they're on their phone, which a lot of people are going to come to you on their phone, things are going to be put like, I can't think vertically, and we want to make sure they're not having to scroll a whole bunch to get to what you want. You go down a little bit, you have the Serene Clean difference. So then you have me and about us, and then you can learn more about our company, about our give back program. But this is my message, right? This is my story, that stress of just somebody popping in and like just how like anxious that would make me feel if my house isn't perfect. And that's why Serene Clean was born, your origin story. So think about your origin story. And if you don't know how to write, that is what AI tools are for. All right. So let me show you what I mean by that. If you don't know what this is, all right, this is a good example. Okay. This is the AI chatbot that I use. It is called Deep AI. I'm not logged in, so it's having all these ads or whatever. But all you need to do is type up your draft of whatever you want to say. It could be even an email template, whatever. All you write this better, and then I'm gonna paste my thing, and we're gonna see what it comes up with. I'm already happy with how that's written, but where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, right here. That is it's going to polish up your writing. If you're not very confident with your writing, and if I'm like, I want that, make it more friendly sounding. And then you can just tweak it. And then there it is, and it's just until you get what you want. So if you are like, I just don't know what to write or how to write, get your thoughts out and then just tell an AI bot to do it better for you. That's the beauty of the technology that we live with today. So this is completely free. So just deepai.org, completely free, and it will help you with all of your marketing, your copywriting, et cetera, because we don't have time to be like sweating over if this sounds good or not, right? So anyway, side note for you. Now we've got some video reviews here. You can see more video testimonials. And at this point, we really don't expect anybody to be reading, okay? Like here's that about us video again. I don't like it at the top because I'm not blonde anymore. It just doesn't feel authentic to me. But if somebody wants to see that, they can see it there. And then our 3 core values. We're really big on core values, which I see that you have, Hannah, on your website. I would actually label those as your core values, not just like things that we care about. Like those are your core values and your kind of North Star, right? And then here's a nice picture of some of my team at a highway cleanup last year. And then just, again, free estimate, learn more about our company, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let me go back to your website. So we have our cleaning services. That, again, looks fine. What we're passionate about, I would say core values, our core values. I really like that phrase. I think it really is succinct, and it's like, this is what we believe in, I like this. It looks nice. I like the colors. And this is where it's just like, okay, all your reviews are way down here. It's not bad to have these, but you need to have them high up as well. And then you have your beautiful Zen made quote request form. Very, very nice. I like that. And you did commercial and residential. Good for you. This one looks familiar. You must have had a couple. Yes. So these are the questions we have on ours, and they're great questions. And ZenMaid, actually, they just released so you can add even more questions on your quote request form, which is fantastic. So all of that is to say, I like the overall feel of it, but there is a lot that, like, your home screen is really, really important. And so what I want to touch on, the next thing I'm going to tell you to do, because these are worth their weight in gold, is, again, you don't have pretty much any social proof. And we'll get into your Google My Business profile in a minute, but you don't have any social proof right now. You need to get some. And what I'm going to tell you, and what I will scream from the mountaintops for everybody watching this to get, if you want to stand out and take some leads in, is you need to get video reviews. You need to get video testimonials from happy clients, and you need to do whatever you need to do to get those. If you got to do free cleanings, if you got to clean for your friends and family so that they can, like, legitimately give you an honest review, that is what you need to do. Hannah, you told me that you have clients who are a dream to work with and they love your services. They will do a video review for you. Absolutely. Not everybody will. Some people will say no, or say, I'm camera shy or whatever, and that's fine. But you need to ask. You need to incentivize them. Perhaps you're like, hey, I'll give you a gas card or a Starbucks card as a thank you. Or even if you need to say, I will, like, the next cleaning will be half off if you do this. You don't have to lead with that. A lot of them will just do it, right? So if you go to Serene Clean's website, again, go to our testimonials. Here are, if they load, all these happy clients talking legitimately real, their actual feelings on what it's like to work with Serene Clean. Would this not sell you if you were looking for a home service provider? All of these people saying what it's going to be like for you to work with them, right? It's just so impactful. And guess what? I didn't have to pay for a single one of these. And these have been working for me now for 5 years. Some of these are darn near 5 years old, and they're doing just as much work for me as the day I got them, if not more so, because there's so many of them. And together, they're very impactful. You get even 5 of these, Hannah, and you get that on your website. I guarantee that you will start getting more leads and people who are interested in your services. You need to get those. And I know it is nerve-wracking, but it really doesn't have to be. Send them a text or send them an email and say, hey, I know, we've been working together for a while. I would really love to build the business and get the word out about what I'm trying to do here. And would you be willing to do a 1-minute video review about your experience working with me so far? And these are the questions, and you list them out, the questions, so that they know and they can kind of prepare for it. They'll still be nervous probably, but you need to give them the fear of the unknown is oftentimes why people will say no. So these are the 3 questions. Well, 4 maybe. So what is your name, and how long have you been using white glove cleaning services? How did you hear about white glove cleaning services? And why would you recommend white glove cleaning service to other homeowners or business owners, whatever service that you provide for them? And then you let them talk. And some people, this will be literally a minute-long video. Other people will go on for 3 minutes talking about how wonderful you are. The point is, it's real, it's authentic, and it is so darn convincing to anybody who watches it. Because again, video you can connect with, compared to even written reviews. Google reviews, we're going to talk a lot about those, but this is worth its weight in gold. You need to do whatever you need to do, Hannah, to get some, and then put them at the darn top of your website, right? I want for you, because you don't have that social proof that we do right here, right? I want it to be like here. Like, you want to have that banner of reviews right there, because you need to convince them. And then you're going to put a testimonials page on your website. You're going to put it on your get a quote page. I want you to have video reviews there. I want them to be everywhere that you can possibly think of, right? I don't even know if we have any on this page. Nope, we have our employee stuff on ours. So yeah, I want them everywhere. And I'll talk about YouTube as well and how to get them there for that. Okay. That's your homepage. Those are my suggestions. Another thing I forgot to mention, and this is a whole website. Hannah, you don't have anywhere on your website where your service area is. And not only is this important for customers, I had to look up Hannah's personal Facebook to figure out where her service, like I couldn't even remember what town she was in. So that means that people are going to come here and be like, do you serve me? Don't know. But most importantly, Google doesn't know based on your website what your service range is. So when people are searching for cleaning services in Bradford, Ohio, your website isn't popping up because your website does not indicate anywhere that you serve Bradford, Ohio, right? So the reason you're not getting any Google leads is because Google doesn't know what you serve. And so this should be like here, like serving the Bradford, Ohio, and like the communities that you serve, right? This should be here. That should be in your footer. On your services page, on your contact us page, put it everywhere. And so this is where search engine optimization is very important. And I know that that is a very scary term and really overwhelming term, but I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Look at this. As the top rated and most reviewed cleaning service in Western Wisconsin. All right, that's that particular keyword that key phrase that we are trying to pop up here. If you go to About Us page, all right, one of my favorite pages on our website, actually, the highest rated cleaning service of Western Wisconsin. So cleaning service, Western Wisconsin, people are going to be searching that and finding us. And if you look, you will see that cleaning service in Black River Falls, cleaning service in Sparta, these terms are all over the website sprinkled in. My suggestion is every single static page of your website, so the main bread and butter, you should have 1,000 words of unique content that has at least 6 instances of the key phrase that you are trying to show up on Google. So think about what people Google to find your company or what you would expect them to Google. So for us, it's house cleaning service in Sparta, Wisconsin, in Black River Falls, Wisconsin, right? And we have different iterations on different web pages to hit multiple different key terms, of course. And you need to sprinkle that in throughout the content. And this is where that AI bot will help a lot, right? You can just write a bunch of stuff. And I know it's painstaking. It's not easy, but you can write a blurb and tell it to extrapolate or compound that. And it will help you immensely and it will sound good and be very readable. But the point is that you have, that's what this is. This is why this is here, right? This ain't for people to read. This is for Google to read and say that's a relevant search term when people are searching for cleaning service in Western Wisconsin or Black River Falls or whatever. And also have your business name in there as well and your contact information. So this is all about telling Google, hey, we're relevant. So right now, I would deduce, Hannah, that is one of the reasons that you're not getting any leads hardly is because they're not finding you on Google. It's nowhere on there on what your service range is. So it may be on your Google My Business, but it's not on the website. And those things have to go together. So do ensure that your service range is highly prevalent on your website. So you saw our About Us page. This is where I'm going to hop into yours, Hannah. And your About Us page is not complete. So this is another thing. Your company doesn't look real. It doesn't look like it's actually in business because this has not been updated, right? So take some notes on our About Us. It's about reading your story, your core values. You can reuse all of this different like topics all over your website. You're kind of hitting it a lot, right? So stuff on the homepage, plop that in here. You need to have a picture of you cleaning, et cetera, et cetera. If you have any staff, put them on there, showcase your staff. If you do any community outreach or we do highway cleanups or free cleans or whatever, we're going to put that on the website. So as you can see, Hannah, you got to actually like fill this out, right? Because again, I think even if people are finding your website, you betcha they're not going to fill out the quote request because this looks not real, like because it's not filled out yet. So that should be like number one priority is make sure everything actually is reading well. Your residential page, I think, is fine. I would add some photos, again, some video reviews when you get them, put them on this page as well. Wonderful checklist because it's ours, I believe, at Serene Clean. Hannah does have my cleaning service documents bundles, little plug right there. And those are the things that are going to set you up for success from a administrative and paperwork perspective. So I will definitely hop into that later in case anybody is interested in that. And that is where she pulled all of these tasks from. And I will show you what the cleaning checklists look like as well. Commercial cleaning, move out cleaning, same thing. Again, the contact us. This button should really be the get a quote, right? Because we don't want people just like contacting us. We're trying to push everybody to the quote page and contacting separately, right? Because at the end of the day, we want the information from the quote request, not necessarily them just reaching out and wasting our time. Everything needs to funnel through that Zenmade booking form, okay? I like that you have it in multiple places. So all of that to say, those are the most important things. Get some pictures of your work on there as well. Again, anything that makes you seem like a real legit human being company is going to be important. So I think that covers everything. Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to know, as I kind of practiced or showed you guys in the little like video example of what I would say in About Us video, the one thing that I said that's very important is for everybody to have a bit of an elevator pitch. And that's going to be something that is succinct and easy for you to say of what sets your company apart. So you heard me list those 3 things. And those are the things we list in our estimate email. Those are the things that I would say on the phone in a call script. So for us, it is we're bonded, licensed, and insured to protect your home and your belongings, right? So that's the first thing. Second thing, we bring all our own tools and supplies so you don't have to worry about providing those. And third, we follow standardized checklists that we leave behind at each clean so you know exactly what tasks will be completed and are completed at each cleaning. That's my elevator pitch. It's serene, clean difference in a short little bundle. So you need to be able to spit that out. You need to have that on your website. You need to have that all on your content. It needs to be obvious what makes you different, right? Because otherwise, again, if you've got a lot of competition in your area and you don't have a lot of social proof, why the heck would they go with you instead of your competitor, right? So that's how we have to think, especially in the beginning, because it's going to be some fierce competition for those leads. They're going to go for a more established company if they do not feel connected to you and you can't explain what makes you special or different, right? Okay, so let's hop now into your Google My Business, okay? Let me Google you because I don't know your exact link. All right, here we go. Here is your Google My Business. All right, so right now you have 5 stars, but only 6 reviews. So the goal is to get as many Google reviews as possible. So ask all of those happy customers, ask them, keep repeating, keep asking until they say, I'm not going to give you a Google review because you need them as your competitors have them, right? Your photos. Right now, you just have these 2 photos and this is a stock image. Okay, so you need to get some before and afters cooking right now. If you're doing all the cleanings, Hannah, you can absolutely get some before and afters. Take those into Canva and make them pretty. Canva is super duper user friendly. If you don't know what Canva is, it's just like a little graphic design thing. And you can make things really beautiful and cool. And I'm in Canva, like, as I said, we're going steady. Like me and Canva, we see each other every day. So as you can see, we have all of these things that look like the same because we use we make a template and then we just use it over and over. Like all of these before and afters, as you can see, have like this pretty template. So it's not just like raw photos. I take them and I take them from my cleaners and I put them into these little templates, right? So it has our name on it, blah, blah, blah. And it's very important that you are putting the search term that you want to show up on, even in your file name. And I know that seems really crazy, but everything we're trying to do is to say, hey, Google, we're relevant. Send people our way that are searching for this. So we want to show up for commercial cleaning services in Sparta commercial cleaning services. And then Christina's the cleaner that did this. And I like to call that out on my Facebook. So I literally just put their name in the file name so that I can remember it. So you're already going to have a file name. Might as well make it work for you, right? So Canva is beautiful. There's a wonderful, robust, free option. So you'll see that we have that for our before and afters, all these before and afters that we get, and then all of our reviews. You can see that I turned that into a snazzy review. I put all of the cleaners who did the cleaning on there so it connects to them. So if you've got staff, start doing that. Anything you can do to connect your team members to their work, it makes them proud and it makes you look like a great company to work for, and you should be. So hopefully that like tracks. But side note, that's what Canva is for. it's fabulous. I also do all like my little videos and things like that. If I want to make anything special, like 0 complaints in over 4 weeks, when this is all my staff, right? That's a fun, like this is our branding, and you can set like your branding elements and colors. As you can see, it's very cohesive. Like Serene Clean branding is very cohesive: blue, green, white, gray, and just, you know, lots of geometric patterns. If you see our wrapped car, it looks just like this kind of, well, not just like that. That'd be weird to have all my staff's pictures on there, especially when you got to fire them. But the vibe is the same, you know, so it's very cohesive. So that's Canva. So you need to get your before and afters on there. You need to get some video. And once you get those video reviews, you upload them to Google My Business. And if it's too big, I'm trying to give you guys all the exact hows when you run into problems, because I know then you get stuck. It'll tell you the file size is too big. Then you go to this website. I don't remember what it's called. This right here, freeconvert.com. This is a video compressor. You upload your file and you can make the file size much smaller, but the quality stays pretty much the same. And then you can upload that smaller file to your Google My Business, because that'll sometimes happen to you. So quick little tip right there for you. And you can reduce any, they have all these different, you can convert things, you can compress things and whatnot. So love that. Use it all the time. Okay, so that's for your photos and your videos. And anything just of you cleaning, right? Right here, you should have this filled out to the max. Get as much, like write as much as you can. Like I think there's like a 500 character limit. You want to fill that out to the max, okay? Areas served, list out every single community that you serve, because again, you're trying to tell Google everything. Your Facebook is showing up, which is great. I assume that's your Facebook, or no, that's probably not your Facebook, because that has 720 followers. So I don't think that that is yours. This is concerning here, because this is White Glove Cleaning Ohio. So because you're in Ohio, right? Yeah, you're in Ohio, Hannah. So there is another cleaning company in Norwalk, Ohio. That is not you, I don't think. Yeah, that's not you, different phone number. So that's very important that you need to like get your locations and areas that you serve in here, because even if people just like search your name in Ohio, this is what's showing up. So that you've got some work to do. And the website is really what's you need to be putting that content, getting more content on there. And I didn't really even go into like blog posts and stuff for SEO purposes. That's a little bit more advanced. Get all those things cooking that we've talked about, and then start adding articles that have your search terms in there, and get, you know, so like, just to like talk about this, for a couple of years, we were doing at least 3 articles a week, 1,000 words. That was one of my manager's jobs, was to like verbally talk out 1,000 words, and then just make sure that the 6 instances of the key phrase was in there. And we would upload that to our WordPress website. And it's not for people to read, it's for Google, so that we're showing that we're relevant. And you need to have more pages of content than your competitors in order to be showing up top for Google. Okay. And again, this stuff is all free. We're not talking, have I mentioned spending any money? No, not really, other than, you know, maybe to get a video testimonial or something, but that's to ask them. Sorry, my dog's like making weird breathing noises right now. Distracted. Okay. So that is your Google My Business. So that's what you need to do. Keep plugging away at those reviews, because your competitors definitely have more reviews than you. Okay, now let's go on to your Facebook, which, let me think here. If that's not your Facebook, let me just double check here. Oh, sorry, that's not the right. I need to go to my other Google profile here. There we go. Oh yeah, I was searching something for you, but first I want to go to White Glove Cleaning Co. Okay, Hannah, here your Facebook is, and it's right on brand, which is great. But again, I'd get some people in there potentially. Good, that's good. Here you have your locations that you serve. So get that on the website, get that on your Google My Business. I see that you've got some before and after, so you need to be utilizing those everywhere. But right now, none of this shows you. Okay, so when I opened and it was just me, I was recording videos very regularly, talking literally just me to my phone, talking about why I cared about what I do, why I love it, how I feel about it, what I want to do with the business, anything exciting that I had happen. Just share stories and talk about why you care about those, because that is going to, again, make people feel like they know you when you don't have a big following yet. And this is the biggest mistake I see cleaning companies make, is they just use generic, like, stock images that nobody's going to connect with, and then they boost that and wonder why nobody clicks on it. Why would anybody? Would you click on that? Would that entice you? No. What's going to entice you is videos and photos of people talking about why they care about what they do and how they're going to help you specifically. And very, like, again, this is storytelling. Storytelling is how you connect to people, not saying we're the best cleaning company, like, unless you are, and then you need to talk again about that or share why people like think that, right? Because your reviews and testimonials are going to be emotional from people. Okay, so posting consistently is important, yes, but it's what you're posting, not just that you are. So you need to be on there, Hannah. Pin it and then pin it to the top. Get your About Us video recorded and get that there, and then you can start then like boosting that if you want to spend some money. But yeah, flyers aren't going to work here for you. So I'll give you some examples of like posts. So Serene Clean here, this is what I'm trying to talk about. Like, what are we going to be doing for them, right? We're highest rated, most reviewed. Focus on the fun in life. That's like, I want to take stress away from my clients, and anybody can steal all of this or be inspired, whatever you want to call this, right? You have some featured posts, right? So ours are all going to be like videos and things about our staff or whatever. As you can see, they're all videos talking about cool stuff. We've got reviews. I do small business highlights of other services in the area. Review, funny memes. We're doing a diaper drive right now. We do employee chosen charities every month. So that could be a great example, Hannah, where you could start right now, start donating to local charities in your area or nonprofits, $20, $25, and post about it so that you can say, hey, we do this every month. This is important to us. Because for Serene Clean, that is just part of our culture, is that we give and we give in a variety of ways, whether that is free cleaning, whether that is monetarily, whatever that may be. That's a big reason, like, of the existence of Serene Clean. It's very important to me to give to our community. And then, but you can talk about that. It's okay to talk about the things that you do, some before and afters, and again, calling out the Hannah D, the cleaner that is doing that. So it's just all, if somebody has an anniversary, like, so I know that this doesn't apply to you, Hannah, but perhaps other people who have staff members who are watching this, like, I'm highlighting my staff, right? This got 50 likes, right? Like 50, like, people, and people are highly engaged with this. And again, I'm talking, like, this is my HR manager, Crystal. She is my second in command, and she has been with me the longest out of all of my staff members. So 5 years. I hired her in July. I opened in April. So just a couple months in. So side note, just again, highlighting your community, your people, welcoming people. So as you can see, what is this? It's not generic. Nobody else could post this stuff. So Serene Clean is the only company that can post this stuff because it is highly specific to us. So make your content highly specific to your company, to your community. Make it that no other cleaning company could post the majority of your content, and that will connect with people and they'll start to like it. Okay. All of that to say, the other thing I wanted to show you are, like, what strategies can you be doing on Facebook that's not spending money? Hannah, I want you to join every single community Facebook group in your area that you can possibly think of. Parenting groups, community groups, giving groups, news groups, job groups, everything. Because you do not want to spam those. You don't want to get kicked out. But the point is, people ask for recommendations all the time in those groups. Hey, I'm new to the area. What's a good cleaner? Like, and then they'll recommend. And that's every single day you want to be searching those groups for people asking for cleaners. So I did look. Oh, sorry. That's not what I wanted. Sorry, Hannah, I looked you up so I could remember what service area you are. Okay. All of these groups, I don't know if they're all in your area, but look there's a moms group, community, parents, right? Exactly the type of people you want to sell to, right? So if you can join these groups, join them, whatever, wherever you viewer are, like join all of the Facebook groups that are relevant to you, because then, you know, for buy sell trade groups, those are great ones. I'm a member of like all the buy sell groups because people are always asking for cleaning companies. And because they're asking, you're not spamming, they're asking. So then all you're doing is connecting with them. So you want to be on that. That should be part of your daily routine. And you may even be able to set notifications if somebody uses like certain keywords. I'm not 100% on that, but look at all these groups, right? There's tons of groups. And that's just that one thing I searched, parents groups. I didn't search buy sell groups or anything like that. So that's 100% free. You don't need to spend any money on that. So that is what I would suggest for Facebook. And I do boosted ads very judiciously. I usually only do them as video stuff. We do a lot of cleaning giveaways. That's another tip I will say, is do cleaning giveaways. Those get a lot of. All right, so here I have, this was our most recent one. We did 5 cleaning giveaways for our 5-year anniversary, and all people need to do to be entered is like, share, and comment. So you're getting a ton of views, you're getting a ton of engagement, and people are going to like your page because they want to stay up to date on these cleaning giveaways, right? So as you can see, that one had 10,000 views. And that's something that I would boost because people are sharing it, their friends are sharing it. And so you're getting all of that natural engagement and views. But then if you boost it, it definitely is super impactful. So as you can see, I get a lot of views when I boost things that are important or interesting. Here's one. Oh, that one. Oh, that was just the winner. So people don't care about that as much as actually like watching and sharing the videos. But yeah, so that one has darn near 8,000 views. So that, yeah, if you ever want to see what that looks like, just go to our Facebook page and you can get inspired by that type of stuff. So dang, my hair looks good. Huh, I cut it all off. 6,000 views on that one. So just, yeah, video content, as you can see, has just been a part of Serene Clean the entire time. And it really, really, really works. We don't maybe have the biggest following. I mean, you know, but those are highly engaged people. Like they will spend money with us. They're my ideal and likely buyers that are on there. And of course, you know, getting reviews on Facebook is never going to hurt you, you know? So, you know, 98% recommend, 70 reviews there. When it comes to like Google My Business, we have 3 locations. So as 228 reviews there, our Onalaska one, 67, and Sparta is 82. So yeah, you'll see that all of the videos are on there, video reviews, wrapped cars, our team members. It's just highly personal. Again, it's all about, and you can use this content throughout all of your social media. So again, you can reuse it everywhere. So that is what that looks like. And this is what I'm talking about. Make sure you are actually like filling this out 100% and put your put your service range in there. We want to be showing Google that where we serve. We also do, when I can remember, I'll do little posts on like updates on the Google My Business pages, but I don't think that is as relevant because as you can see with the search results, our videos are showing up in them because they're on YouTube, because Google owns YouTube. So that means that if you can show YouTube that you're relevant, it will pop up in the Google results. Okay. So it's very important to get a YouTube page as well. And you don't need to like be creating all this content, just any content that you already have. So video reviews about us, plop it on there. You don't need to edit it, put it on there raw, right? So let's see here. If I click one, I don't know if it'll, let's see here.
Can you tell us your name?
You'll see here that, you know, most of this is not highly edited. It's just like a raw video. Some of them I've gotten into it a little bit, but in general, it's mostly just very raw stuff, and it doesn't have to be all fancy. Okay, I think that covers everything that I wanted to cover, Hannah, that I could possibly think of for what you need to do. And then finally, just if you are in a small community, you need to be networking. You need to be going to your YMCA or your community centers. You need to be going to the gym. You need to be going to the grocery store. You need to talk to everybody at all times and be kind of extroverted and talk about your business. Be excited about it. Have business cards, have little sales sheets with you, whatever you need to do when it comes to that. This is all, I've been talking about all online stuff, but a lot of times it is who you know. It is word of mouth that helps build you in the beginning. So this is where you could definitely do referral bonuses or a referral, whatever you want to call it, to your clients if they refer a friend to you for reoccurring services. It could be you doing free cleanings in exchange for an honest review. I definitely did that. And that was the first thing I did when I opened. Is before I announced it publicly, I was at my community center. I went up to the moms that I knew were like kind of my ideal and likely buyers. They were moms that were in like the parenting groups that were local of like preschoolers and stuff, moms of preschooler age kids. And I was like, hey, can I clean your house for free? And you can tell your friends about me and give me a review if you are happy. And they did. And so when I opened, I already had like 10 to 15 Facebook reviews as soon as I announced my business, because I didn't know about Google reviews at the time. And so then that's how I immediately started getting traction, was by doing free cleanings. I had my checklist. It was nice. Everybody was impressed with that. So even though it was just me, I had these tools in place that really impressed people. And so it would build my reputation very quickly, even though I, was brand new. So that is how I did it in the beginning. So I hope that was helpful, Hannah. I know that this is a long video and hopefully anybody who is watching this has found it helpful as well. Definitely leave it in the comments if you have any questions or, any other tips that you have found to be useful for you when you were early on, if you have some advice, and we can definitely talk about it. I would love to hear it. And just, I would love to hear what the most useful tip in this video was to you, because I always want to be making my content better every time. And I don't think I'll ever get less rambly. I don't think that is a reasonable request of me. But if you ever want to talk to me directly, I do offer consulting services. You can go to serene-clean.com, click on the consulting services button, and you can learn a little bit more about me. We can have a conversation if you would like. You can always email me, Stephanie at serene-clean.com, as Hannah did. And that has allowed me to obviously come up with great ideas for other content that's going to be useful. Because if you have a question, I bet 1,000 other people have that same question. So there's no such thing as a stupid question. I think it's really important that we ask these things, and that anybody who has been successful in an industry opens themselves up for that, because the more we can lift our entire industry up, the more it lifts us up. I truly believe that, because we want to be charging as much as possible and giving back to our communities as much as possible, treating our staff as great as possible, because overall it just makes everything better. If you are interested in any types of documents, I do have a ton of administrative documents available that will make your lives easier. If you watch any of these videos, you will see what all is included. You can click here and see exactly what is in these. And each one of these bundles has a long form video of me explaining how we use all of these documents in Serene Clean. So whatever you are interested in that would help your business, whether that be employee documents, admin, client documents, cleaning checklists, whatever it may be, all of that information is on my website. Or if you just want some individual documents, you're like, I just want your cleaning checklist. Like I want 2 things or something like that. Absolutely. Just click this button, fill that form out, and I will get back to you. If you want to watch any of my other content, definitely subscribe to ZenMaid's YouTube channel, where you're watching this right now. But they're putting out a ton of great content from a ton of fabulous cleaning company owners. And I think that it is always a good thing to be educating yourself. You never stop learning, never stop reading, listening to audiobooks, watching YouTube channels. And if you have not joined the ZenMaid Mastermind Facebook group, it is a wealth of information, a great community of people who really just want to help each other learn and do better. And I actually do monthly Q&As live there that anybody can jump in and ask any question that they like. So again, love helping in any way I can. And I hope that this has been helpful to you, and definitely subscribe and follow along for future videos. Hope you guys have a great day. And thanks again, Hannah, for the wonderful questions that led to this video. See you next time.